start with my father. He was born in 1915 in Cherokee County. He was born on a farm that was close to the Avery community. Well, the war ended in September that same year, just right after about the time I started school. So Daddy lost his job, so we moved to Ackworth. Well, when Daddy first got there, he worked for a grocery store here in the heart of town, across the street right up here from Henry's, where the flower shop is now. It was Luther Haynes Grocery. And he got that as his first job, and that's because he's familiar with produce and stuff and how to bundle it, make them buy, instead of 2 carrots, buy a bundle. And he worked in there to start with as a produce man. Well, then the Masons was selling out to Coates and Clark, and he got a job there as a machinist, which he was trained why he was Air Force. But now they needed machinists because they're taking out these machines, putting in new machines and setting them up. He worked the rest of his working life at Coates and Clark. But in '48, he bought a farm. Now, he farmed that long enough to pay for it and worked at the mill every day. And I'm growing up, I helped with the farming business. Well, the horse, we got him when he was 6 years old. His name was Black Joe. He was solid black. Now, me and that horse was best friends. Now, I was the one that fed him in the morning, I was the one that combed him, I was the one that petted him, I was the one that fed him, bought all his meals and water. And I don't like to call him a pet, but me and him was best friends. Now, he loved kids, and which is unusual. I taught him a few tricks, like to bow, and he was 6 years old, so I taught him when I asked him how old he was to take his right foot and hit the ground 6 times. He stayed 6 years old his whole life, but when he had kids riding him, he would never get above a walk. Don't matter how many times they say get up. I had him trained, he would walk. And wherever he's at, they'd make a circle, you know. The last day of school that first year, I guess it was in the 9th grade, they said if we had transportation, we could pick up our report card and go home. Otherwise, we had to stay the bus run. So I rode the horse to school. And I tied him down what's called the flats, down on the low part of the school ground. Went up there and got my report card. Come back and there's a bunch of kids there. They wanted to pet the horse and ride the horse. And when one group would leave, another group would come. The last bus had done gone when I got through letting kids ride the horse. I got home, I said, I thought she was going straight back. And I said, well, got tied up, people wanted to ride the horse. The road we lived on, a mile stretch there, half mile each way, was more preachers than anything else. Now, one of the things they taught me was honesty. I had questions on this honesty deal about car traders, and there was cow traders back then. The people said they told stories and misled and so forth, and I said, is that dishonest? And one of the preachers told me, no, that's business. And he said, there's a difference. He said, there's good business and there's bad business. There's good deals and there's bad deals. And I said, well, I've heard people say there's cheated. He said, the only time you'll hear the word cheated in a car deal, trade, is if he got the bad deal. So that brought up when I bought my first car. I had saved up $100. Well, I found a 44. Man wanted $125 for it. I didn't have that kind of money. I didn't want to spend the whole $100. I needed to buy gas and something to eat and stuff. He said, now I've got 2. I got the one you're looking at. But I got one out back. It's got a whole lot better body, but the motor is pretty well shot. And I said, well, why do you take the one that's got the weak motor in it? So I bought it, brought it home. Starter went out pretty quick. Well, we lived on a hill, so I'd always park it where I could just get in, mash the clutch in, and roll and crank it. And then I'd park it everywhere where it'd be a hill, you know. We walked to town to a junkyard just a mile north of here. Now he would give $25 for a junk car, but if it's running, he'd give 30, 35. So we pulled a chain up there, then he got behind it and pushed it. I cranked it up and got it running because it run real good. Little hump going in his driveway, so he got me up about 40 miles an hour. I went down there and turned in that hump. Went rolling to a quick stop up there in front of his little truck he had his office in, raced the motor tire too. How can I help you? I said, I want to sell my car. He said, well, it's a good running car, why you want to sell it? I said, I need the money. He said, well, I'll give you $25. I said, oh no, I want $45. He said, I ain't never paid $45 for a used car. He said, but, you know, I'd give 30. I said, well, I'd take 40. I'll meet you in the middle. 35, I said, sold. Now, I got a good deal because that thing wouldn't move out of its tracks. But that was my raising and the honesty and everything, and being told good deals and bad deals and so forth. And I've tried to be on the good deals ever since, but that was what I learned growing up in a group of preachers. We liked it then, we still like it today. I want to tell you, in New York minute, she's never leaving, you know. This is our home. The town is growing, and I'm proud to be still here to see it grow.